Psychotronic Coast to Coast. I forgot I got talking to this mic for the podcast now. He gets to hear my crap audio while everyone gets to hear the clean recorded voice from the beautiful blue mic of death. We just watched the greatest giant killer mosquito film ever made. Not that hard. There's like 3 of them. One of them doesn't count because he's a half mosquito, half man, but we count that anyway because there's only 3 films. So there's probably a few more than that, but still. 3 important ones. Skeeter, Mosquito, and Man-Skeeto. Guess which one we watched today? Mosquito from 1995. And joining me to talk about Mosquito from 1995 is my grumpy, hairy co-host, Owen Neal. How's it going?
Good. I'm not grumpy, though.
Not tonight. You just watched Connor Hansen mow down a bunch of fucking mosquitoes with a chainsaw.
Yeah, that part made me kind of grumpy.
What? That was the best part of the damn movie.
Oh,
yeah?
Too callbacky.
Oh, too callbacky? Alright. Well, and to be fair, anyway, so for interesting tonight, we're actually doing our first live stream on Twitch with our new awesome podcasting frames, which will, of course, is going to go right up on YouTube in a minute when it's done broadcasting. But yeah, I mean, this is I'm really excited. I did put a lot of work into it. I mean, I'm just gonna talk about it real quick, just for those who watch the video later. I mean, like we got the alligator from Alligator 2: The Mutation. We got a random sword. We got a guy with a samurai sword. We got some hot cowboy chick lady. We got the kid from the pit with the killer teddy bear. We've got a knockoff Planet of the Apes. We got a Kamen Rider with a hairy Sasquatch chest. I saw that and I'm like, I don't even know what movie this is. It's like a Thai movie poster, and it's basically Sasquatch in red pants with a Kamen Rider helmet. And I was like, well, I don't know what this is from, but fuck, that's got to go on here. You know, we've got Snake Eater, by the way, right below me, right above the Psychotronic Coast to Coast logo. So we got the knockoff female RoboCop. Sorry, I was in the wrong direction there. Right down there, and then Captain Power knockoff. It's called like Anno 2999 or some shit. 2991. I don't know. It wasn't an English cover. So yeah, that's yeah. We got the knockoff. Still the wrong direction. There we go. No, I was doing it right. The knockoff Planet of the Apes midget is over there next to the alligator. It's just kind of weird. And we got, all the way over there. We got a Yeti, because Owen here would have killed me if I didn't put a Yeti on here. Throwing a guy on a motorcycle like he's nothing.
That's a Bigfoot.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. It is a Bigfoot. You are correct.
And it's from Bigfoot, if I remember right.
Probably is.
One of the carnines in it.
Hey.
I can't see any of this.
That's
I assume it's the one you sent me.
Yeah, it's the one you've seen. You also came and watched me make some of it live, didn't you?
I tuned in at some point.
Yeah, last week. I did a little bit more this week, and then, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, we watched Mosquito, released last year by Synapse Films. And in addition, the movie probably doesn't deserve, in most people's opinions. It's a low-budget sci-fi horror film about giant killer mosquitoes. I mean, you know. That's the way it goes.
I'm glad it was released, but it's not a good-looking Blu-ray.
Well, it's not. Let's be real clear here. The Blu-ray is not the problem. The film is often really grainy and often out of focus in random shots. But the Blu-ray is amazing looking. The problem is the film is not amazing looking. So all the bad stuff is really bad. It's really noticeable. So, but I digress. The point is, yes, the movie has lots of out of shots. Has lots of grain, and it's a little dark in a lot of shots. But that's all because the film itself, not necessarily the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray, I think, captures the film flaws and all rather well. Yeah. So let's go through the movie. Why don't we?
All right.
take us away, sir.
Oh, I gotta do it.
That's your job.
Let's see how much I can actually remember.
Yeah, well, that's why I talk about random shit and it makes you remember shit. So, you know.
I do know it starts with Megan. I remembered her name. And her boyfriend driving, and they hit a giant mosquito. Well, actually, it starts with a spaceship.
Guys, this is the first time he's remembered a character's name on a movie he's watched for the first time. First time. You remember characters that you've seen in movies a lot. It's fine, but I want to point that out.
First, spaceship. And then a tiny spaceship comes out of the bigger spaceship and crashes into a pond. Then you got Megan and her boyfriend driving down the road. And they hit a big old skeeter, which they don't know that there's a giant insect. They don't know what it is because it's kind of squished, even though it's squished, you could tell it's a mosquito.
Yeah, if you ever squash a mosquito, you know what one looks like squashed. I mean, they're pretty noticeable.
They don't seem shocked by that.
Nope. Oh, and the dumb boyfriend notices that the nose, the proboscis or whatever, is stuck in the radiator. And what does he do? He pulls it out like a dumbass. Like, oh, no wonder your car doesn't work now, you asshole. Supposed to leave that shit in until you can get it repaired. Until you can get down the road.
Yeah, she wants to take it to a place to study at college, and he doesn't want it in his car, so they just drag it off the road and go along their merry way. And then we're introduced to I'm not remember his name, perverted guy.
Hendrix.
Hendrix.
He's the guy who gets needled in the butt, right? And the leg, and then the dumbwaiter. That guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's Hendrix.
Yeah, we're introduced to him peeping on. He's like a forest ranger. He's peeping on girls playing volleyball.
Yep. It's interesting. He's known by his last name and has his last name on his outfit. And his boss is known by his first name and has his first name on his outfit. I don't know why there's no consistency in these people's outfits. I mean, they're government organizations. What the hell?
Yeah, even later we learned that Megan is got a job there, and then it says Megan on her shirt. That's how I remembered.
Well, hey, you know.
But yeah, we got some scenes of people partying and all that good stuff. At some point in here, we're introduced to Gunnar Henson and his two goons that are with him. They apparently robbed a bank, which I never picked up on until the bag of money he showed.
Okay, so what happens is there's like a news report about them robbing the bank, and then it cuts to them in the car. That's how you know. It's like, oh, gotcha. Okay, so it's like
Is that what the boss was listening to?
Yes.
Didn't it say they killed people as well?
Oh yeah, yes they did. They're not good people at all.
They're attacked by a mosquito, giant mosquito. Junior, I remembered his name, Junior, tries to shoot it, but just shoots his cousin in the spine and kills him.
You dumbass.
And then Gunner shoots the mosquito and blows it up with a shotgun.
Like a boss.
And then it cuts to two guys fishing in a boat, being wacky and drinking beer. And then they're picked off by the skeeters.
Yep, just one after another. People dying by the droves.
And then at some point in there, we're introduced to the black guy.
I think so.
He's walking like through the woods with his little Geiger counter or whatever.
I think his name is Parks, right?
Parks and Rec.
I don't know. Yeah, I think his name is Parks USAF Meteor. He's a meteor chaser. That's why he's got the thing going on. The Geiger counter. Christ.
Yeah, I called it a Geiger counter. He called it something else.
Yeah, it's something else. It is something else, but
But he's walking through the woods, tick, 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 looking for the supposed meteorite, which was a spaceship, which we never saw again.
That's true. Very
So
true.
you would think that just more mosquitoes would come out of that pond. I know it's called Mosquito, but I was hoping there'd be more stuff because it landed in a pond. Like, why isn't there other giant things?
It's the same pond as frogs, and the same pond as slugs, and the same
But
pond as them, and the same pond as, I don't know, pick another 10 giant monster films.
there's no giant monsters and frogs.
I don't know, I've never seen it.
They're actually, most of them are freaking toads, and they're
Oh.
normal size.
Oh, that's just fucking disappointing. The cover's got a dude's arm hanging out of a fucking giant frog. Oh, of course.
Well,
I should have guessed. The horror movie lied to me.
also, there's a guy killed by an alligator in it, which is clearly just an alligator with its mouth taped shut, and he jumps on it. So when I was watching it, I thought he was fighting it, and he starts spinning, and then he just lays there like he's dead.
Oh, brilliant. Can't wait till we watch that at some point.
Anyways, that's a different movie. So Megan and her boyfriend make it to some place to stay. They meet up with the I already forgot his name again. Black guy.
He doesn't have a name. In the credits, he is credited as Parks, United States Air Force Meteor Chaser. I guess his name's Parks,
Parks.
but it just sounds like it's part of Parks and Rec, which is who everyone else works. So everyone else is park rangers. So it's like, what? So confused.
Yeah. Parks offers them a ride to her new job, which this is where we find out that she's a forest ranger. On the way, they stop because his Geiger kind of gets turned on and is making noise. And a boat floats in with a dead fisherman.
One of the dead fishermen from earlier that we saw get murdered.
Yep. Because the other one jumped out and swam and got killed in the woods.
Yep. That is correct.
They're like,
Murder in the
they're in the
woods.
middle of nowhere. They can't call anyone. They pull the boat ashore, cover it with a tarp.
They can only afford
Yeah.
one desiccated corpse, like drained corpse, so they save it till the end. So you don't get to see it here, sadly.
Well,
Okay.
you saw it a little bit in the boat.
Little bit, but it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it was the same corpse as the one that was on the ground at the end of the movie.
Probably.
They're just
put
different. They just put
the long-haired wig on him.
yeah, different head on it or whatever, right? Same corpse body. That's how they save money.
Yeah. So they drive to where she's going to be working. Everybody's dead. And there's a shot of them walking through the campground where everyone's dead, which is true. Like, nobody's, like, sucked dry. They just have, like, really bad, like, mask on. That's what it looks like.
And there's ketchup all over him. It's like the worst shot. It's the worst sequence in the film, actually. It's the most low budget sequence in the film. And you're just like, what the fuck? I think that may have been a pickup, or maybe like something they did later. I'm not entirely sure. I watched the documentary on this when I first got it, but I mean that was like a year ago. So
Yeah, but everyone there is completely dead. Not everyone. We learn later one of the rangers, the perverted rangers hiding out.
yes,
Hendricks.
Hendricks. Do not make me. Oh god, there's no there. I don't think there are any Henriksen like theatrical characters actually. I mean, Lance Henriksen's an actor, but he's not Lance Henriksen in a movie, you know, unless he played himself in something, I suppose. Regardless, I digress.
Bigfoot movie with Lance Henriksen playing himself.
Doing a reality show about looking for Bigfoot. There you go. But it's not a found footage film. You just shoot the crew shooting him, you know? Anyway.
All those Bigfoot movies I've filmed, it's finally come back to haunt me. But yeah. So.
Oh look, another Bigfoot discussion and another Lance Henriksen discussion here on Psychotronic Coast to Coast. Who would have guessed it?
Parks and Megan want to figure out what's going on. Her boyfriend wants to bail. And I forget what Parks says, but he's like, boyfriend's like, you call me a coward? Like, he wants to fight everybody for some reason.
Because he's an asshole.
There's really no, like, build-up or backstory for him, but he just wants to, like, say one-liners and punch people for some reason.
That sums him up, yeah. One-liners and punch people. Yeah.
Yeah. They find the other ranger. They decide they're going to leave. He's not impressed with the guy's Jeep, which has no top on it, which makes sense. Because they see a dead mosquito. He says they're giant mosquitoes. So everyone now is on on the same page. Giant mosquitoes sucking people dry.
Yep. On a murderous rampage.
So they decide to get in a camper, which I thought was funny because there's clearly a dead guy in the camper. So obviously it's not that great because he was killed in the camper.
Right. Well, you know, he's dead in the camper, guys. Maybe this isn't a great idea.
But they get in it. There's a scene where the mosquitoes are coming, but they throw the corpse out, and he has the keys on him, so he has to go out and get it. It's really not that exciting because he just gets it and gets back in there.
It's a really pointless scene.
And they're cruising down the road, and they see someone asking for help. Good old.
Nope, they're blocking the road.
Out.
That's what they were doing.
Yeah. Well, the car actually must have crashed or ran out of gas or something because they wanted their art. And they stick them up at gunpoint, but they quickly get their asses beat.
There's a line of dialogue right there that says like blocking the road. I think, although I think that was them themselves were in one of them were in the road, but we didn't see it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like there was a line of dialogue about someone blocking the road, but they're really not. They're just kind of off to the side. So.
Yeah. Well, no, he was standing by the car asking for help, like help. And then he's like, mosquitoes, giant mosquitoes, and we crashed the car. And then...
Right. But he said it like, and he's clearly not acting well because he's a bad actor. His character's a bad actor. The actual actor's actually pretending to act because he's acting like his character's acting badly. So he's like, "Oh, I crashed the car. The giant mosquitoes," and then Gunnar Hansen comes from out of the woods with a gun, and like, we're gonna take your fucking ride, yo.
It was a terrible fight scene because he's old in this.
Yep. He was 50, 60, I think. He had gray hair, you know.
And like, the punches are clearly missing.
Oh my god, he throws a punch. He throws a punch at some point and it misses the guy by like a foot in camera on screen. The guy takes it like a goddamn champ. He sells it better than fucking any wrestler ever could. He was just like, whoa! You're like, holy crap, dude. He missed you by a mile and everyone saw it.
Yeah. So, for some reason, only one person wants to leave him to die because the mosquitoes are coming. Instead, they tie him up and put him in the RV, take him. Mosquitoes are busting in everywhere. They're firing shotguns all over the place. One of the bank robbers is getting hurt, so for the hatchet from the woman who stupidly gives it to him. He kills the mosquito and then grabs her with a very awkward scene where apparently this hatchet is fucking razor sharp because he like he just like touches her cheek with it and it's like blood comes out.
Well, even so, like here's the thing. At this point, this is just a really badly scripted part because. Let's think about this logically. I've got an item. I don't have anything that's... Okay, I have a hatchet, okay? To do damage, I could press, right? That doesn't do anything. I could kind of saw. I can cut a little bit of skin before this guy bludgeons me with a fucking shotgun butt. I could swing in a very confined space, but by the time I'm about to swing down, I'm going to get bludgeoned in the face with a shotgun butt. So Gunnar Hansen's only option right now is to get bludgeoned in the face with a shotgun butt. But of course they script it like he's got a dangerous knife or something. If you had a knife, a weapon, which you could do quite a bit of damage before, you know what I mean? Like it's like what? No.
And then even when the boyfriend comes after him to like punch him, even though he had a shotgun, he gets chopped in the arm.
The other thing is you could just taken the shotgun. And just stuck it between the weapon and the person and just pulled the fucking trigger. Because he's gonna chop through the fucking shotgun as you're pulling the trigger? No, he's gonna get shot in the face. This poor dumb bastard. This is just like badly scripted because someone didn't think about this process. Anyway.
Yeah. But Megan grabs one of the chopped off mosquito noses. I don't know the
proboscis.
And shanks him right in the fat.
Right in the side fat, like.
and he
Real
drops
deep.
the hatchet. Now mosquitoes are coming like crazy. They're busting in. They're everywhere. People are getting stabbed in the butt and in the legs, and madness. We
Madness,
should
pure
also
madness.
mention,
The guy gets
is,
stabbed in the ass. I mean, that's pretty fucking rad.
which earlier we didn't even mention, that there was the couple having sex in a tent. She got it right in the butt too.
Yes, the proboscis have a propensity for ponderous backsides. I couldn't find a P word, damn it.
And that, she was our only nude scene too. I mean, if that's your thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it was very little. Like, in these kind of horror films, you generally expect more nudity. It's just a thing, you know. But no, there's just the one obligatory nude sequence, like, you know.
We should also mention, in case people, for some reason, haven't seen this, mostly practical effects.
Oh yeah, there's stop motion. There's no CGI. It's all practical effects. So there's some process shots, there's some stop motion shots, and then there's a lot of puppeting.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really beautiful to see. Now, this film aired frequently on Sci-Fi Channel back in the 90s. Like a few years after it came out, like 98, 99. You know, all the way to the early 2000s. So, you know, us kids born from 1983 to 1988, probably huge fans of this fucking movie. 1982 to 1988, excuse me. Anyway, so yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah, they bust in the windshield. One of them, I don't know if accidentally or on purpose, pops the tire, which
I think it's an accident.
was actually a cool scene because it was like in it, and the wheel was turning, and they actually had like one of the puppets on it just flopping around.
Oh yeah, and then it rolls over and runs over the puppet and shit. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, and it causes them to flip or turn on its side.
Bum bum bum.
And they all start climbing out, still kind of fighting with the criminals for some reason. Finally, the goofy one is killed when they all go hide in a drainage ditch. Because he went back for the money. Which at first, which I pointed out, was like there was a duffel bag, and then when he got out with the money, it was like a backpack.
Yeah, that's true. It was kind of weird.
Someone must have really needed a duffel bag to carry some equipment or something. So they get in the drainage ditch, shoot a couple, hang out there, come out. They realize the dead body of his brother is giving off radiation. And they start following the radiation and end up at a farmhouse. They decide to board it up. And then we get our big final scene here with the mosquitoes coming in. This is where Gunner gets his chainsaw. Which I liked all the chainsaw stuff. It was just too many like nods. Like, I haven't held one of these in 20 years.
Yeah, it was 20 years after that happened.
And then when he's in the basement, he even has it over his head and he's like spinning around like the end scene. I'm like, oh, come on.
Come on. Too much, man.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand.
Excuse me. Talking too much. But yeah, there's a big battle. They're fighting them. They're reboarding up, and they decide they go in the basement for some reason, and they see it's just basement is loaded with mosquito eggs, and they're hatching, and
yeah, that's.
They decide they're gonna blow the place up with a very weird plan. Is they can't blow it up because there's a bunch of mosquitoes outside. They want the mosquitoes inside, so they tie ropes around all the boards they just put up. They're gonna pull them down, run into the kitchen, and one by one take a dumb elevator up to the attic, I assume, and climb out a window before the house explodes in 3 minutes after cutting the gas lines. They get the girl and her boyfriend up. The other ranger is too fat and breaks the dumbwaiter. The good old bad guy decides to do something good. Gunner grabs his chainsaw and goes down in the basement to save him.
For no reasons. Reasons.
No reasons.
All the reasons.
Park decides to just let mosquitoes eat him, but then he grabs the fridge, kind of hinting that he's going to hide in it.
Which is exactly what I thought immediately. I was like, you know what I'd do in this situation? I'm fucked. The only way it's even a remote possibility of surviving this explosion is to climb inside that fridge. I would stand up, rip the contents out, throw myself in, because who fucking cares? At this point, you're probably going to die. So, I'll take my, even if it's a small chance, I'll take the small chance of maybe breaking my neck, maybe being cooked alive, as opposed to being eaten alive or exploded. I'm just saying, like...
Do you think that's where Indiana Jones got that idea?
Nuke the fridge? No. That was just because you can do that to survive a nuclear explosion. Like, that was like one of the tidbits. If the bombs are dropping, you can just hide in a fridge because they're lead lined. That's where that came from.
Mosquitoes.
Mosquito. The problem with that movie wasn't that he hid in a from a nuclear bomb. That's totally feasible. What's not feasible is that he flew 200 feet, tumbled end for end, and can just walk away from it without fucking having broken limbs, and being dead. That's the ridiculous part.
Fun fact: one of the Fallout games, you can find a fridge with a skeleton in it wearing an Indiana Jones hat.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, they jump off the roof. It blows up, which I didn't even see them get that far away from the house, but apparently they got far enough away.
Yep. Movie logic. 3 minutes to get up a dumbwaiter, out of the window, down the side of a house, and across the field to safety in 3 minutes or less.
I always feel like it's not really like set up right because it's exploding and they walk back to the house and it's just charcoals. Like, it's not even on fire.
Hey, they should have done like a more definitive, like, time has passed type thing, right? Like, yeah. Fade to black, fade back out to black, from black. You know, that would imply that time has passed.
I thought maybe the explosion, concussion, like, knocked them out and they slept in a ditch overnight.
Yeah, that's logical.
But they say something by the house and then open it up and Parks is alive, just chilling in the fridge.
Yep. And didn't get cooked to death, didn't die from breaking his neck by the fridge being thrown. Nope. He's good. Movie logic. Moving on.
I don't remember if they said something maybe, and then it's just like, boom, credits. That's it.
Yeah, I don't remember what they said. Something, and then that's it. Yep. One last one-liner to make you chuckle, supposedly. And then done. Yeah, so what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was fun. It's kind of made cheesy, sort of on purpose.
Well, it's a horror comedy for sure. It's a horror sci-fi. There's definitely intentional attempts at comedy, even if they don't succeed half the time.
Some of them are weird and painful, especially the boyfriend stuff. Like everything that came out of his mouth.
Oh God, he's so bad.
This guy's just a prick.
Yep.
I also like they have 3 minutes to get out when he gets in dumbwaiter and he's like, "See you on the other side."
Oh, that was the best part of his character, though.
I'd say we don't have time for this shit. That's what I'd say.
Oh, that's great. I really love this movie. I think this is a great flick. And
I love all the giant squishy bugs they made and then exploded.
Yeah, of course. That's the best part. They go sploosh. I would say this is an essential for anyone who loves giant blank movies, because this is just so much fun, especially in the end sequence when Gunnar Hansen gets his trusty chainsaw and starts hacking at fucking mosquitoes, and they're prop mosquitoes that he's chopping into, and like gore's going everywhere, and it's totally Evil Dead 2 homage. Just so great. cat is losing her fucking mind right now. Will you get the fuck off my pillow? Christ.
You think they wanted Bruce Campbell for the movie?
No. It was always Gunnar Hansen. So.
Most likely, if Bruce was in there, he would somehow have to put the chainsaw in his hand.
Oh God! He just showed up with a chainsaw in his hand, and he's named Bruce. And I was like, what? Bruce Campbell just showed up to set with a chainsaw in his hand.
Yeah, like I didn't mind you had the chainsaw, but I mean, I was almost expecting the director just to walk out in front of the camera and like, get it.
Yes, it's a little on the nose. It's a bit heavy. All they had to do is do the chainsaw. But like they go to a farmhouse and they're like something about it 20 years ago, and you're like, oh, son of a bitch, stop it, knock it off, just cut it out.
He didn't have him cut his brother's face off and wear it for the rest of the time.
Oh, it's terrible. You know, if Bruce Campbell's in this movie, he would have lost his hand and they would put the axe on it. Or
stupid.
Or actually, it would have been just a collection of mosquito proboscises that you use to stab other mosquitoes with. Oh God, it's terrible. It's beautiful, brilliant, and terrible. Oh, all right. I give this movie 2 thumbs up. I really enjoy this flick. So,
yeah, it's fun.
Highly recommended. It is Psychotronic Coast approved. Psychotronic Coast to Coast approved. There. Next week, I get another choice because we did his in order in a row because I fucked up. And we're gonna watch Godzilla on Monster Island, aka Godzilla vs. Gigan. And I chose this as your first Godzilla movie because it's terrible and I love it. And giant. And I think if I remember correctly, this is the one and only time in which when the monsters talk to each other and are dubbed. There's another time they talk and there's subtitles, I believe. But yes, it's campy, corny, it's so much fun.
My first Japanese.
Okay. His first film that wasn't Godzilla in name only.
Yes.
At least the second U.S. Godzilla was much better, but still. So we're watching Godzilla vs. Gigan next week because I love this movie. I was going to choose Godzilla vs. Megalon, which is one of my favorites, but that one's out of print. And you don't own it. So that makes it very... And you're not going to spend $67 on a Blu-ray.
No.
I don't blame you. So, oh yes, yay, another giant Blink movie. This one has a giant space cockroach, a giant ankylosaurus, a giant 3-headed dragon, and a giant T-Rex / Stegosaurus combo. Oh, we should totally do Godzilla vs. King Kong and King Kong escapes. Oh. You're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate all these movies by the end of it. It's gonna be great. Alright, so, that's next week's viewing, and, we hope you'll join us here on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/skinslip. If you come here and click the heart button and follow me here, you'll be notified whenever we go live. And this is our new home, our new live home, I should say. And we will be this will just going over to YouTube right after I'm done with this. So, yeah. See you next week, guys. Any last words?
Nah. Go watch it. Go watch Mosquito.
Go watch Mosquito. There you go. Take these guys and peace.